Hey guys, Zach with Blade HQ. This is SHOT Show 2019, and we are at the Gerber booth. I'm sitting down with Carson. How's it going?
So good.
Right on. And we sat down with him last year, if you guys remember. We are going to dive into some awesome Gerber product for 2019.
Yes.
If you're interested in what Gerber has to offer for multi-tools, we're going to hit the multi-tool right at the end. So just kind of so you know where to find it.
Yeah.
Let's dive in, man. What do you got going?
Well, we're going to start here on the Fastball. So the Fastball is our new US-made S30V Type 3 hard anodized scales, ball bearing flipper that acts perfectly as a light switching flipper. No springs, solid as can be throughout the whole process, no wrist needed. The knife is just beautiful and it works perfectly as a light switching flipper.
That's great, man.
Yeah. So it's got a Wharncliffe S30V blade. It's got 3 clip positions, left, right, and then tip up, tip down on the right side, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's our most exciting new product of the year. It's our key launch, and it requires no action at all from your wrist. It's just, you hold it solid, and it does all the rest for you because of our the preload that the ball detent takes, you know.
Yeah, that flips really, really nice, and it's really light as well.
So what we did, we were trying to make this the most everyday carry-friendly product we could. So we took one of the liners out. We cut out the steel liner on one side because Type 3 hard anodized aluminum is strong enough and sturdy enough to be its own scale and liner essentially. And so we slimmed it down by eliminating a liner, and we took the weight out by eliminating a liner. So we were just trying to get this to be the best everyday carry knife we could imagine. So we got it slim, pocket friendly, and S30V at a really, really reasonable price point of $100. So
that's great.
All that at $100.
That's way great. Right on. And US made, right?
US made. Whole lot of America right here.
Whole lot of America.
Yeah.
And it comes in a couple of really rad colors as well.
Yeah, so we got our flat sage green here. We've got our black, and this actually has a black wash blade on it as well. Yeah. And then we've got our Type 3 hard anodized gray as well. So. And
then a really nice backspacer there as well.
Yeah.
A little bit of detail.
Little paying attention to details throughout the whole product. That was kind of our anthem on this product. No cut corners, pay attention to details. Like this is another cool detail, I think. So you can see right here, the scale takes a small, dig up essentially, and that's for easy access to this liner so that you can easily get your thumb right down in there, drop that off, and then close the knife with no problem at all.
So here's the real question is when can we get our hands on something like this?
Oh, great question. Next week.
Next week at shipping?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh, buddy. So make sure to check out bladehq.com, guys. We might even have a link down in the description because that's pretty exciting. USA made S30V, really nice and light. Good looking knife. Under $100, right around $100.
$100 on the nose.
Yeah, and we never promise any prices. You guys know that. Price is always subject to change. Check the website.
Right.
Cool. All right, let's jump into what else you got going.
All right, so Jukebox. So this is a front flip knife that harkens back to like the 60s essentially. That's why we called it the Jukebox. So it's got this cool front flip that acts a lot like a straight razor, but you can actuate the knife all the way through by using this front flip here. So you just press, and you just got it all the way open like that. And then to close it, same deal. You just gotta keep your hand low enough that you can actuate the knife, the blade all the way back into the handle. It comes in this cool, we call it white marble. It's an acrylic material. But then we also have this other really cool colorway of, we're calling it tortoise shell, but it's kind of like a fiery orange tortoise shell. But we just think that's like about the coolest silhouette you can get right there. I think it's, dude, it looks like the old school 60s to me.
These are really rad. Was that just the inspiration? You guys were like, we just want to do something kind of vintage looking, and this is what you came up with?
Yeah, we got some crazy designers, and they just go nuts sometimes, and they'll be sketching all day, and you'll walk in there and just be like, that is amazing. And that's how I felt about this. And
that's really neat.
So we took this one all the way down.
Deep carry pocket clip as well.
Oh yeah, you bet. So, but you wanna let people know you got a little something special hanging out in your pocket. So we got that tall tang coming out the top too.
Man, a lot of really neat design details from Gerber this year.
Yeah.
I'm digging this.
Yeah, and we're really trying to go after that everyday carry lifestyle because a knife obviously says a lot about a person's identity and what they want to curate their gear to be like. So. Well,
and you get that a lot. I mean, not only, personally, when I'm looking for a knife, and I think a lot of you guys are very similar, like not only are you looking for a knife that's going to get the job done, right? You're looking for a knife that's got a little personality to it sometimes,
Yeah.
And those definitely have personality.
Yeah. Yep, I think so. So that's the Jukebox. 2 colorways of that. Next, I want to talk to you guys about a product called the TriTip. So last year we came out with the flat iron, which is our really, really successful cleaver that we've had. People love this knife.
Great pocket cleaver.
Yeah, it's got some aftermarket custom parts coming along and stuff. It's been really exciting for us. So we saw the success that you guys helped us create with this product, and it's been doing so well that we figured what's the next step in that. And we saw this big trend in palm-sized pocket cleavers. So we came out with this here. It's called the TriTip. So palm-sized pocket cleaver. You got obviously the 2 colorways. This colorway has a full black oxide coated blade, but really thick steel you can see here. Obviously full tang through that, and then these cool machined anodized aluminum handles with a lanyard pass through. But more than anything, it's just, man, that looks freaking cool.
It is really, really cool.
Yeah, it's got some spunk. And it's got a cool injection mold sheath with a lever arm here that you press to release the knife. And you can carry in one of many different formats. You can essentially unbolt this piece here and turn it so you can either carry it scout carry or drop leg or whatever you might want. So yeah, really exciting new product. It's called the TriTip, 2 colorways of that.
Yeah, and I would imagine with the sheath too, I mean, you could just as easily mount that to a backpack or whatever, right?
You could.
Like anywhere you want.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that's the TriTip. And then let's see, coming over here. So we've got our first product with a pivot lock, and it's got.
Dude, that's a really nice knife. I like that a lot.
You like that, do you?
You guys have done a great job.
Oh, well, thanks, Ben.
Let me shake your hand.
Oh, so good to see you.
So good, Nick.
I'm sitting here like, who's this joker walking in trying to focus?
Sorry.
Get out of here. We got a video.
Good to see you.
There's a nice little interjection of Ben, guys. He does exist.
I'm sorry, guys. Sorry.
What is up, guys?
All right, jump in. What do we got?
So this is the compact highbrow. So it's got a pivot lock here. So easy to open and close with one hand. You don't ever have to cross your fingers in front of the blade. But it's got an assisted open flipper with it as well. So we got this coming in 6 different versions, 4 colorways, 2 come in fine or serrated edge. But a really cool, opens every time, very consistent, very smooth, and it doesn't take much force to actuate to actually deploy the blade with it.
Oh yeah.
So assisted open with a pivot lock at a really, really accessible retail. And we also had this, one of our designers had this cool idea of a special treatment on our anodized. So it's 1 coat of anodized, but we mask it before we anodize it and bead blast part of it and don't bead blast the other part. So you get this kind of duo tone.
The 2-tone.
Yeah.
Right on.
Cool 2-tone. And then, yeah, we have the black, the gray, the green, and a blue colorway as well.
And these are great looking. And even with this, I mean, when we're talking about some of these other little details I'm seeing here, I'm seeing a lot of neat design from Gerber. You guys always do a really good job, but there's some stuff popping on the table to me.
Yeah.
I mean, little things like, you know, on that button lock, you've got the Gerber thing there. You've got the backspacer here.
Accent color,
Yeah. And then with this as well, I'm noticing there's a lock.
Yep, you got a spine lock to keep it where you want it, open or not. Yeah.
Huh.
So that's really exciting. That's the highbrow compact. And then later this year, if you stay tuned to Blade HQ, you might see a full-size one. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows what's happening?
You're gonna see one. Yeah. So really exciting product, and obviously left-right carry on that as well.
And then what's the price of something like this going? More or less?
$40 a shot.
Around 40. Wow, that's really rad.
So pivot lock with an assisted open flipper at $40.
And with all these little neat details as well. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got going?
So last year we released the Covert Auto and the 06 Auto and traditional multicam, and this year we're continuing down that path with our Empower. You're going to have our same armored grip that we had last year with the electroformed steel here, but then we have our Type 3 hard anodized multicam arid pattern on this. So it's really cool. You get that mix up from the black to the arid to the black again on the really successful Empower chassis that we've already had in market.
Honestly, the 06 Auto, I really like the 06 Auto. It's a little more than I want to carry around on the daily.
Beefy.
Yeah, like I'm not an operator, right? Like it really is a great deployment knife. But this Empower, I've fallen in love with this Empower this year.
Yeah.
And USA made, right? S30V
American
blade, right?
S30V.
Just great knife all the way around. And so the seat in the multi-can, it's a cool option.
Yeah, it's just, it jumps out a little bit more.
It does. Yeah,
so,
and I'm a sucker for multi-cam, and I like multi-cam.
Yeah, so that's coming available next week.
Oh, next week on this as well?
Yeah, February.
Sweet. And some of these other ones that we're seeing, so these 2 are coming next week.
Yep,
Fastball. Some of the other ones we're seeing a little bit of a wait, right?
Yeah, about 6.1 is going to be almost all these products except for the Empower and the Fastball.
And the Fastball.
Yep. Yeah. All right, so let's hop into the next one here. This is called the Keynote. So the Keynote's a pretty cool product. The idea of this product is you can either carry it on a keychain, or you can remove this keychain and carry it with this small pocket clip here in the fifth pocket of your jeans, the really small coin pocket. And it has this, we call it a starter tab. You just press it, and then you can push the knife the rest of the way there, or the blade the rest of the way, and lock it up. So it's all anodized aluminum with a steel liner in there for the liner lock. Comes in this black with orange accents, or the coyote with flat sage green accents. Got aluminum backspacer in there, and a really stout little stubby thick blade.
Yeah,
The stubby knives are getting really cool right now.
Yeah, it's actually surprising like how much stock you guys put into that. It's cool.
It's actually quite a chunk of steel, yeah.
It is.
But it's really lightweight. It's the kind of product you forget you have on you until you need it, which is oftentimes
So
great.
what's the design idea behind this? I mean, this is like, just have it on you, you need to open a box, you need to, just those kind of daily basic EDC tasks.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm always surprised how little blade you actually need for a vast majority of the tasks that we actually do. And so, I mean, you could carry this full-size 3.5-inch blade, but actually only use the last 1/4 inch, you know?
Totally.
Sometimes you need a lot more, but I find oftentimes that you're really just using 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch of the blade. So it's just some people just want a smaller carry.
Well, and I notice a lot of guys will carry 2 knives, and they'll carry something, I mean, not like this, because this is something kind of unique actually on the market, but something similar, a smaller knife or a slip joint or something like that. And they'll use that for kind of their mundane cutting tasks, like any cardboard or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they have their nice knife on them for if they need to really go to work.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a neat entry into that whole area.
And can you just imagine this in a sweet pocket dump? Look at that little thing sitting there in a pocket dump. Pull that keychain ring off.
You heard it here first, guys. If you want it, if you want to up your Instagram game, there it is.
Get on it. Yeah.
Now, man, I have twice today, I forgot an important question I wanted to ask, and I've just spaced an important question for you. So it'll come to me in a minute. Let's go to the next knife.
I'm so excited for it. It's going to be great. So that's the Keynote. Next knife.
You know what? You said the name. I'm noticing a lot of cool names on the table.
Oh.
That's the question, is how are you guys coming up with, I mean, obviously Jukebox and all these things, but where are these names coming from, more or less?
You know, truth be told, a couple beers, and a whole bunch of products on the table.
And a couple notepads.
And a bunch of notepads and sticky notes. And
yeah, because we got the Jukebox, we got the
Keynote,
and we got the TriTip.
TriTip, yep.
Great names.
TriTip, which follows the flat iron, steak cuts with these big cleaver style blades. We're feeling clever.
I like it, I like it. What else we got going here?
All right, so we have a slip joint folder. It's kind of that modern aesthetics meeting those traditional aesthetics. So really exciting on that. Full slip joint. You have a plate here if you're going to right or left carry, whichever side you're not carrying. You can fill that hole with the plate. You can switch it to the other side. Cool accent here with this candy cane stripe. So we call it the straight lace. It's kind of in that, I'm dressing up. I'm feeling like I'm going to, whatever, put on some slacks. Want to have something a little churched up. This is what our wingtip and our straight lace wingtips, what you're about to see, are about. So those high polished blades, slip joint. We did this cool treatment. Our designer came up with like a full panel of a nail nick there, just a little something different to stand out.
Yeah, we recently just did a video on kind of this category of modern traditionals. If you guys haven't checked it out, make sure to check it out. There's some good entries there. Yeah. And this looks like a very strong entry into that as well. Like you said, the classic stylings. This is something I see a lot with modern traditionals is you'll get a hole or a bigger nail nick or something different on the nail nick.
Totally.
The pocket clip. This is great all the way around. But I will tell you, I held the best one for you guys because I'm in love with this right here.
Come on.
You know the funny story is like I'm not really a slip joint guy. No. I'm really not. But there have been 2 slip joints in the last month that I've fallen in love with. This is one of them.
I love that.
It's beautiful.
You're just making my day.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Yeah. So anyways, and this is also around 6'1", right?
Yep, 6'1". Cool. You bet. All right. And so the little brother to the straight lace is called the wingtip. So same thing here, slip joint, high polished blade, high polished bolster. Comes in either this urban gray here or a flat sage green as well. Little lanyard pass through. The straight lace, the bigger one, has the pocket clip. This is a deep pocket carry or a coin pocket if you prefer. So no pocket clip, real simple, compact, little slip joint.
That's great. So why slip joints? I gotta ask a question because we're seeing this trend kind of all over, but specifically with Gerber, why slip joints?
Yeah, well, a couple things. One, it's a trend, and we want to be on top of trends. We want to be making the products that your people want. 2, we have a little problem with the country called Canada.
Yeah, there is a problem there.
Yeah, so we want to make products that serve our customer fan base in Canada, of course, and the same problem in Europe. So those are the main reasons. But it's also it's cool. It's different.
It is. It's a little different. It's fun to see these kind of cycles that you see in the knife world.
Yeah. So that's the wingtip. 2 colorways of that.
Both great entries, man.
Yeah. So we're moving down. We've got, it's called the quadrant here because it's kind of, this is, we're having a couple beers and we're like, oh, it's just like a small quadrant of that knife is wood. Oh, it's called the quadrant. So a little flipper, big tall grind on it. It's just got a little more personality, a chunk of bamboo here. The other version has a big piece of white G10, which is, kind of like tuxedo looking.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, you can dress this thing up with the white G10 or you can dress it down with the bamboo. But yeah, pretty cool little frame lock folder there. Yeah, really, really accessible price point in the $20 range, mid-20s.
$20 range,
yeah,
wow.
Mid-20s.
Yeah, and you get a nice deep carry pocket clip there as well.
Yep. Sure do. So yeah, that is the quadrant.
And now it's finally time. Gerber kind of makes some multi-tools sometimes as well, right?
We do. We have a habit of that. Yeah.
So tell us about what's new for 2019 with your multi-tool.
So a couple years ago, we released the Center Drive, which has been widely reviewed as one of the best multi-tools of all time. And you know, it has a pretty compelling set of features, whether it's the namesake of the product, which is a center access driver, which makes you don't have to do the loop-de-loop with the, you know, coming off of one side on the driver. But so this year we're coming out with the Center Drive Plus. And the Center Drive Plus has a different treatment of colorways. So on the Center Drive Original, you get a lot of blacks coming through, which look great. This one's all stonewash components. You still get your full 3.5-inch blade. And you still get all the great components that you get in the original, you know, bit storage and things of that nature. Spring-loaded jaws, but then, and also, you know, the one thumb closing, which is a big feature of the product. But what you get on this one as well is a pair of scissors. So that was one of the biggest pieces of feedback that we received, is people really wanted scissors. So we got these spring-loaded scissors in here. So we added the scissors this year, and then we also added a big chunk of American leather.
It is a big chunk of American leather, man.
It's not oversized, but you got your bit storage in there as well.
Yeah, and that's why it kind of sticks out that way, is because you are storing your bits there as well, which I think is a great touch. You know, there's a lot of multi-tools on the market, and some of them have extra bits you can put in or not put in, and I feel like bit storage is always the thing that it's a bugger, right?
Yeah, it really is, because you don't want to end up with just 2 options if you actually need 5.
Yeah, well, and why buy the extra bits if you're not going to have them on you, right?
That's right. So yeah, big made in USA leather sheath, not oversized, but just enough. And it was really a lot of customers asking for that with the Center Drive, so we brought it out this year.
Yeah, there's some really great upgrades to what was already a great platform. Like you said, this has received a lot of great reviews.
Yep.
I think that Blade HQ, we need to get one of these and run it through some torture tests.
I think we need to get you a bunch of them.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Let's do that. Yeah.
All right, guys. And then right at the end, as you know, Gerber makes a ton of stuff, and they've got a ton of little pocket tools and stuff like that. There were just 2 that kind of caught my eye. And just run us through these just real fast before we check out what you have in your pocket.
Yeah, so this is called the Mullet, and it's, you know, another one of those beer-soaked names. But we're like, what do you call a thing that looks like that? It's got like all these business tools on the front end, and it just kind of hangs out on the back. Oh my gosh.
Is this in the front, party in the back?
That's right, it's a Mullet. So this is the Mullet from Gerber. It comes in 3 colorways. It's got 9 functions between wire cutters and small drivers, bottle openers, Phillips driver. But the main thing is we see a lot of people hanging their keys off of a belt loop. So that party in the back is actually the belt loop. You could just drop it right in that hole right there.
Okay.
And you can just hang your keys right off of that.
Sweet. Right on. And then this is something I saw floating around your social media.
Yeah.
Tell us just a little bit about this thing.
Yeah, this is called the Devour. We categorize it as a multi-fork because it's got a handful of functions. You know, a lot of people that carry knives also find themselves camping, so we're trying to serve that consumer wherever they are. So you sell full single piece of anodized aluminum, but the features all lie in the back. So this rubber grommet holds this component on right here, which has a package opener here for, you know, your mountain house or whatever. It's got a bottle opener here, a nail puller here, handful of features. But what's cool about this little component, you snap it back together. So you can either hang it on the side of a pot or a pan like that, or once you ate up all your Wheaties or whatever, you can use this as a kickstand, so it's not sitting in the dirt or on a dirty table.
The kickstand thing was the thing that caught my eye when I saw it hanging off that pan. I always drop my spoon in my pan, man.
Yeah.
So it's a cool feature. All right. So now the big question is, we've been asking everybody at Blade Show, or SHOT Show. Asking everybody at SHOT Show. Is what do you got in your pocket?
Well, I wanted to keep it small today, so I'm carrying my VersaFix Pro with quick release. So this product is the perfect everyday carry. Compact, no, just kidding. So this is an exciting category for us. We're calling it a hybrid between a fixed blade and a machete. So this is the VersaFix Pro, Versa being versatile and Fix being fixed blade. And we have 2 models, so there's the Pro and the Takedown. But the Pro comes with this quick button release here. So we find when people are actually out in the field and actually getting after something, they're in and out of their sheath often. So we want that to be quick in, quick out. So snaps in, pops out, just that easy. We skeletonized it here to remove as much weight back here as possible, so the product is actually weight forward. So when you're chopping
which is what you want when you're chopping, especially in a machete application. Machete.
Yeah, you almost double your impact on force by having it be weight forward. And then we have this reserved area up here for your kind of compact knife work, and you can do some draw cutting and things of that nature. And then we put jimping up here so that we found if you're, cutting through whatever this log is here, and you're hitting it with a stick, oftentimes it can glance off and that energy doesn't transfer. So the jimping grabs it and pushes all that energy straight through.
That's great.
So yeah, that's the VersaFix Pro.
Cool. Nice EDC.
Yeah, you bet.
All right, man. Well, thanks so much for having us. We appreciate it. It's a blast as always.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for watching. Make sure to check out our 2019 SHOT Show playlist here on YouTube. We've got a ton more videos coming, and we gotta get rolling, man.
Get after it.
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Thanks.